So, welcome back. The first live stream didn't went well and I just kept on talking for 10 minutes and then saw that we are not streaming. Well done. Thank you very much, Internet. Thank you very much. Now, welcome to this breaking news episode. As you know, we are talking things about the stock market, breaking news before the market opens, close, during weekends, every time, whenever it's worth to broadcast. I'm coming live with some news for you to make you the better investor. Now, let's talk about there is something going on, as we know, right? We have maybe the most important test of our global economy since a very, very long time. We have a huge challenge for demand and consumer behavior, and we having the biggest global health crisis since the last of 100 years. And since then, what's better than a NASDAQ almost at all-time high, guys? Can you imagine that? This is one of the stories that is here important today. I'm just showing you what we are talking about. So this is the NASDAQ, okay? The NASDAQ is a stock index that is mostly, and we will go into which companies are driving this index, mostly technological, and this obviously helped the index to grow fantastic over the last couple of years. And here let's start with this small dip. This small dip is due to the federal bank that said we are actually not giving anymore so much free money. Where is it? I think, where is this dip? Here you go. Sorry. Here you have one of the bigger dips. This is because when the Federal Reserve said, they don't want to support with so cheap money, maybe they will rise the interest rates, and therefore this was the reasons why we had this dip globally and also in the US economy. And then we basically went up and up, and the all-time high here was at some around 9,731 points. Then we had the huge drop due to the actual health crisis, and now it's looking like we're getting like a V-shape recovery, but obviously this we can just know if we look back in a couple of months or years and know for sure if this was a V-type recovery. So I think that it's important to understand why this happens. Okay, now think about it. There is a funny picture in the internet that I will just show you in a second. Now, but first of all, think about what is driving, which companies are now benefiting. E-commerce, streaming, cloud business, all types of work at home, communication, internet tools, service provider, and so on. Whatever you can do from home. And during the lockdown, these things are booming, okay? So these are not affected by lockdowns or closures or whatsoever. And therefore, I believe that this is something that is currently very important. But let's have a look. This is one of my favorite pictures here because it shows us what is leading the digital transformation of our company. It's A, the CEO, B, the CTO, which is the Chief Technology Officer, or C, COVID-19, and of course it's COVID-19. Well, one of my favorite latest quotes was by the earnings call of Microsoft. They said something which sticked so much in my head that I cannot forget this for a very, very long time. And this is actually that they said the current health situation brought the digitalization 2 years ahead, guys. Okay, 2 years ahead. And this is what we currently seeing now in the NASDAQ. If we are looking back, that all of this money that is currently looking for a safe haven is obviously going into a technology driven index, or into the charts, or into the companies that are in this index, which we will shortly look into. But as you can see, we are very close to the all-time high. Let's have a look if I can make it more clearer, because this is not properly working. So we had our recent all-time highs here on the 19th of February, 9,817 points, and we are now at, come on guys, okay, we are now at 9,121. So just shy of a single digit of increase, and we celebrating all-time highs in the NASDAQ. But let's have a look, what does the NASDAQ mean? Now here's the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ 100 company weights, all listed from largest to smallest. The index is heavily concentrated with technology companies, but also includes companies with other sectors. It is often used as a barometer of the health of the technology sector. Data is updated every after each trading day. So here we can see which companies by weight, so by market cap, are influencing the NASDAQ. And as you can see, all the top 10 companies, or at least until here, the top 9 companies, are all benefitor of the current crisis, right? So Microsoft, with their huge increase in cloud business, Azure. Then we have Apple, right? Apple is, Apple, you can always buy Apple basically, right? Amazon, a huge winner of this whole situation. Then Facebook, Alphabet. Well, these are questionable candidates, but obviously they have a huge online business, so they definitely long-term will benefit from this impact that we currently see. Then we have Intel, right? Gaming, chips, and so on. Then we have Nvidia. Both are these companies that will benefit from the digitalization and enhancement of the infrastructure of the internet, like data centers, this kind of things. These companies will heavily benefit. And obviously something that we have almost in every American living room, as well as in Europe and in Asia and basically globally. I think there's just a couple of handful countries that are not offering Netflix, and Netflix, big winner here from the streaming service, because they have so much content, guys, bigger than any other streaming service out there. And therefore, I believe that this is the huge reason why the NASDAQ is so high, because just it's depending so much on these big winners of the digitalization. And then we have other companies like Adobe, PayPal, Tesla, we have Starbucks somewhere here, Starbucks, T-Mobile. So many interesting companies that are bringing this further index to drive this index, right? But let's have a look, a quick look in just I want to see. Okay, the stream is all healthy, so let's have a look into the news of the day. Obviously, one of the big news is that Tesla is doing some crazy things. I made so much content about that, so check out my channel. And if you like it so far, make sure to thumb up this video, as well as subscribe if you're new here. And here is one big news before the market opens. It seems that Amazon looking for another candidate to purchase, and it is AMC Entertainment, a big company that is holding movie theater. So questionable acquisition if this is all true, because what is Amazon doing there? Movie theaters, do they have even a future, or we see something with a more hindsight at that, which is maybe acquiring because of the real estates, right? Maybe we can remove all this cinemas and place some grocery shops there or something. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have no idea. If you have any idea why this makes sense, post in the comments, guys. Post in the comments. And yeah, I think that's it. I think this is something. Let us have a look what the market is saying. The market actually started quite positive, but now the futures are almost 1 basis point into the negative. All three indexes, the most is the S&P 500 with minus 1%, Dow futures 1%, and NASDAQ 0.73. And those negative days obviously almost always impact those growth companies that currently could grow really, really good, like Beyond Meat, Tesla, or Virgin Galactic will be for sure some of the companies that will lose a bit today if we will have a negative day on the stock market. So I hope we covered everything before we are going into the market. Enjoy and have a great trading day. Thank you.